This is Jared Parry for Boxing Social in association with freebets.com, Forged Irish Stout and Empire Fight Store. Delighted to be joined by Johnny Nelson. We're here in Cardiff. The announcement, Jessica McCaskill versus Lauren Price. How excited are you for this one?
Really excited. Lauren Price, you know what, will she bring the boxing back to Wales, to Cardiff? I hope so. You know, it'll be a seventh professional fight, so that means they've got high hopes of her. And seeing how she fights, she probably wants these challenges. She wants this kind of opportunity. McCaskill is no pushover. You can look at her pedigree. You know, she's been there. She's doing that now. But I like Lauren Price's attitude. I like her enthusiasm towards this fight, and I think, you know what, this will be a good one, especially here in Cardiff.
It was a fight that I think everyone knew with Lauren Price it wasn't going to be long before she was fighting for world honours. Obviously, Commonwealth Games gold, Olympic gold, etc. But then a lot of people don't really realise the sporting pedigree she has in Wales. Obviously, she had 52 caps across all age groups for Wales football. She also kickboxing world champion. You know, do you think that this homecoming could have come a lot sooner?
No, not at all. Not at all. Remember, this will be a seventh professional fight, so not at all. She's got to dip a toe, you know, see how she is when she gets wet. So she's done that. Now she's at a stage in her career where they've got to be careful. Well, they're going to struggle to get her opponents, and it's going to get harder and harder, which means she'll box less and less. So now she's saying, no, I want to leapfrog everything. I want to jump the gun. I want to get involved in there now. So for this to happen here in Cardiff, it's great stuff.
Her opponent, Jessica McCaskill, we've seen her in with some of the best: Katie Taylor, Chantel Cameron, Cecilia Breakhouse, etc. It's a massive test early on in the career, isn't it, for Lauren?
Yes, and that's what I'm saying. This is the acid test. And you know what? If she failed, you don't think, oh, you're done. If you're going to slip up, you're going to trip up, do it at the beginning of your career rather than at peak time of your career when people write you off. So in a way, the pressure's on McCaskill, not on Lauren. Lauren's got the opportunity to do this. If she pulls this off, which she's got a good chance of doing, you know, if she doesn't pull it off, she'll learn a hell of a lot throughout the fight. If she does pull it off, the world's her oyster. Then all of a sudden, it's the fact that she's done it so quick.
Obviously, Lauren also hasn't lost a round in her professional career yet. Do you think this is going to be a tough victory for Lauren, or do you think this will be one where it will really show how much she's really got in the tank?
You know, she's going in the ring with someone that's very experienced. So now this will be tough for her mentally, tough for every aspect of her as a fighter coming through. So now we've just got to see how she'll mature as a fighter. She's used to combat sport. She's used to sport. She's used to sport on the top level. So therefore, for her, it's a case of how she handles it, and she'll answer a lot of questions for us all, and we'll see how her growth will rise.
Moving on then to the next date for Boxer, it is March 31st, Fabio Wardley against Frazer Clarke, British title fight. How excited are you for that one?
That's a really good fight. And common sense tells me. You look at Fabio. Fabio's had consistency. He's had the opportunity as a professional fighter. But then you look at the pedigree. You look at Frazer's background. Look at who Frazer's been in with. Even though not in competition, he's been in with the best and the best. Fabio's had the consistency to get on a roll. Frazer now needs to play catch up quick as a professional fighter, and this is his big catch up. So pedigree-wise, you'd expect Frazer to pull this off. But fact-wise, Fabio's there. He's at the top of the mountain. He's that unknown quantity. You think, wow, you know, is this guy constantly going to surprise us? The pressure is on Frazer because Frazer's pedigree, you know, you look at it on paper, you know, he should deal with Fabio. But the fact is, Fabio's done that. Fabio's is a fighter that you don't know the depth of him, but he keeps on achieving and succeeding.
So on the undercard of that as well, we've got Florian Marquez against Chris Congo. It's a really stacked card, isn't it? Like, you know, just what's the prediction on that one?
No, I love the card. I think it's a wicked card. I saw them both in Talk Sport, Congo and Fabio, and I just thought Fabio and God, I've slipped the name again. Florian. And I saw him in Talk Sport, and oh my goodness, the tension between them, the security either side. They did the show, behaved themselves, but again, it'll be interesting.
I've got to ask about last Friday night. One of the most destructive knockouts people have seen. Anthony Joshua, he's back, knocks out Francis Ngannou in 2 rounds. Obviously, you were out there. What was it like in the arena when he did that?
You know what? This is how it should be. That's what should have happened. So the whole week we're trying to fact is you look on paper. Anthony Joshua, former two-time heavyweight world champion, all the world champions he'd beat coming through to this point in his career, then what he'd done in the pedigree as a professional. I understand he boxed the best of the best in the MMA world, but fact is fact. In our sport, you can't play boxing. You can't jump in, leapfrog everybody else in our sport and dominate it. And it would have been a slant on our sport if Ngannou came through successfully over AJ. So the way AJ did it, the passion in what he did it, that's what Fury should have done. But like Fury, we all slept on Ngannou. But AJ didn't, because he had the hindsight of what Fury did with him. Thought, I'll not do that. If I train to the best of my ability and box to the best of my ability, I should get rid of this guy. If I'm honest with you, I didn't think he'd knock him out. I thought he'll totally beat him up. I don't think he'll knock him out because he's a tough cookie. Timing is everything. Heavyweights, one punch changes everything. And the devastating fashion of that punch, Ngannou, you could tell the inexperience he had as a boxer. That's why the knockout was so sensational, because he was so inexperienced of a boxer. Guard open, getting in close, getting hit with a shot, powerful shot, took him off his feet. So again, surprised? No. Surprised by the knockout, yeah. But surprised by the win? No, not at all. It was day and night. I said it all the way through.
Say if you were in Anthony Joshua's shoes now, what route would you go down? Do you wait to see if these belts fragment after the undisputed fight with Fury Usyk and go for, say, a fight with Filip Hrgovic?
It's a situation where you have fighters bigger than the belts now. And Fury, a fight between Fury and Joshua is now all of a sudden, again, people are getting giddy about it, thinking, oh my God, what can happen? But again, it's the politics behind it. Will it happen? Will Fury beat Usyk? And if he does beat Usyk, it's still a possibility of that happening. Will AJ wait until Fury boxes Usyk and then wait even longer for him to get a date? Because that means he's going to be out again. Consistency has obviously done him a favour over the last 18 months or whatever. He's been out 3 times. So obviously works for him. Will AJ want to do another fight between then and now? Who would you put him in with? Hrgovic? Wilder? Who would you put him in with? So AJ, even in his interviews, he said, I'm doing me, you do him. Styles make fights. Fury Fury doesn't punch as hard as Anthony Joshua, but he boxes small, boxes sweet. And his style and his attitude in that fight, Ngannou kind of exposed flaws, exposed weaknesses, and it exposed the fact that Fury had totally underestimated him. So it's all still in the air. Of course, people have been measuring the two of them now. It's all in the air, but we won't know until the bell goes.
Out last week in Saudi Arabia, there was quite a few fight rumours coming about. Well, we've seen the face-off. Conor Benn and Manny Pacquiao was one that grabbed a lot of headlines. Can I just get your thoughts on that?
Manny Pacquiao was 44, 45 years old. And when I saw it there, I thought, you know what, Eddie, you've got on. Conor Benn has boxed, I think it's twice since he's banned. And he's still very popular, still on the in the mouths of most people in boxing. And Eddie's done a great job in keeping him afloat, keeping him active, keeping him relevant. And so in a fight against Manny Pacquiao, come on. So Eddie's doing a great job. Conor Benn's getting on with his career. It'd be great to see him box over here, but unfortunately, there's still the issue with the Boxing Board of Control that has to be dealt with. So until that's dealt with, that's how it is. I think Conor Benn is too young and fresh for Manny Pacquiao to be of a danger to him, but Manny Pacquiao has the experience. So he'll not lose a punch, and he'll have so much knowledge in his brain, but he's not got the youth to maintain it, the speed and the pace to maintain it. So it's a good fight. It's a good fight for Conor. Good scalp on his hit list. But it's a good fight.
Another one that came a bit out of left field last week was Terence Crawford against Chris Eubank Jr. being rumoured. What's your thoughts on that one? Obviously, they're both trained by the same man, which is causing a lot of people to think what's going on here. But what's your thoughts?
I think Chris Eubank Jr. is in a great position where he could put himself on that level to say, I want to get in there and give a challenge for myself, put myself in a great position where I can fight some headliners, against Crawford. That fight, to me, I just thought, really, wow, that's a big shout, and his team were out there and they let us know about that. And again, good on him. It's a tough fight. We know it's a tough fight. And if he pulls that off, you know, he's played a blind, an absolute blinder.
The final one that I think did grab most of the headlines actually last week. Mike Tyson, Jake Paul. Go on.
Mike Tyson is 57 years old, the same age as me. Mike Tyson, everybody knows knows far more than Jake Paul ever will. The fact is, Mike Tyson's 57, and if you've not got the pace, if you've not got youth on your side, you can get in there with a kid that don't know jack shit. He's still going to run rings around you. So they must be paying him a hell of a lot of dough to do it, number one. Number two, you know, what are the rules of engagement? Is it an exhibition? Is it a fight? So the devil's in the detail, so let's wait and see. I wouldn't, if they're paying him ridiculous dough, I understand why he do it. I understand. But I just think, Mike, man, what are you doing? You know, if it's about the dough, I get it, totally get it. But Jake Paul has bought the scalps. He bought the scalp of Anderson Silva. He'd have never done that to Anderson Silva when Anderson Silva was in his pomp. He wouldn't do whatever happens with him and Mike Tyson when Mike Tyson was still of a danger. But Mike Tyson's style suits a young, athletic man that's got instinct and movement. Mike Tyson's 57 years old. So what style is he going to have that is going to be effective against a Jake Paul that's got movement? My style would be more effective at 57 than his style would be. So I don't understand. I just need more detail. I need the devil in the detail.
Brilliant. Well, thank you very much for your time, Johnny. Obviously, press conference is not far away. Thank you very much for your time and all the best.